Welcome back to Behind the Bolt. It is now time for the Fuddruckers one-on-one, and it hasn't happened very often this year on the field, but we've been able to corral the Moose.
The Moose.
At least for the time being. You cool with that nickname?
Yeah, one of my best friends actually calls me Moose. It's pretty funny.
That's what I'm talking about. I dubbed it out here. I said the Moose is loose.
The Moose is loose.
So it's fitting. What'd you dress as for Halloween?
I was a bum, and I was on my couch.
Oh, you slummed it up.
I didn't dress as a bum. I was just stayed in.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Rest,
I
recover.
probably could have won as that. That would have been a good one.
As a bum?
Yeah.
As a straight up bum.
That's what people would think I was if I showed up to the party.
He's bumming and slumming. You made quite the splash in your first 4 games. How do you think you played?
I think I played well. Obviously, always room for improvement, and like to have those 2 wins. But moving forward, we got half the season left, and hopefully go 8-0.
4 sacks, 4 games, 5 TFLs, 4 quarterback hits, pressures all over the place, forcing the offensive line into penalties. Are you surprised at your output?
I wouldn't say surprised. I think you need to expect this kind of stuff when you're a high-level player, and all the time you put in. It's not to go out and not have any impact. So, as much impact as you possibly can have. Obviously, that's always the goal.
All right, there was that strip sack, Melvin Ingram, against the Denver Broncos. Did your face cause that?
It was either my face or my elbow, but there's some good shots of me just getting blindsided and the ball hitting some part of my body. But I'm gonna need half of that, Melvin.
You could see your head twist around a little bit.
And got the bloody nose.
Did you tell him about it?
Yeah, he's like, no, you don't need to report that. It's fine.
He's fighting it. Get out of here. We've seen you all over the field. Outside linebacker, D-end and nickel, D-end and base, defensive tackle and nickel. What's the difference in all the positions?
I mean, honestly, all the positions I'm playing, it's similar. You want to beat the guy in front of you and get to the ball, but you're at the edge of the defense. You're in a 3 technique. It's really not too different, other than double teams as a 3 technique is no fun. But it's
why? Because the guys are bigger?
Yeah, and you're kind of stuck in there. You got no help on the. You don't have the outside arm free, so you're kind of getting. Yeah, I don't love those too much of the 3 technique, but honestly, overall, it's taken a little bit of adjustment switching defenses, but it hasn't been too bad.
So when I'm watching film, you look like a guy who's 6-7 years in the league with your technique. Where did it all come from? Where'd you learn that?
I was a stiff guy coming in as a freshman.
Really?
I really had the rip and all straightforward, no just power, no real flipping my hips or anything. And then Coach Larry Johnson came in my second year and just kind of saw it was there, just needed to work on it. And, ever since then, my technique has been getting better and better.
So you weren't stiff, your moves were just stiff?
I think I'm still a little stiff walking around, but, I definitely had a lot of work. Coach Vrabel was the guy there before, and by the end
Mike Vrabel?
Yeah. Yeah, so by the end of my first season, I was starting to get the hang of it, and then Coach Johnson came in, and he just really changed the game for me.
You said you're a little stiff walking around. I've seen you walking around. It's lumbering, and then you get on the field, and
yeah, it's weird.
You go from a moose to a cat.
The way I walk around doesn't really show the way I play.
I hear you're a big gym rat. What's your routine to get you through the week? What's your routine to turn you into this?
I mean, now in the season, it's a lot of just trying to get ready for Sunday. But, I'd like to get extra running in, extra lifting in, but you got to listen to your body. And, today I wanted to get some extra running in, not happening. Had my leg lift today, not happening. So it's kind of just a day by day. You have your schedule. It's lift, stretch, this, that, but you got to listen to your body and kind of go day by day.
So you're starting to feel the effects.
Yeah, definitely.
4 games in.
Yep.
It's taking its toll.
Yeah, already. First year.
You might get a bypass that rookie wall, though. They talk about that.
Yeah, missing camp might help that a little bit.
Probably.
That was my plan all along.
Solid plan. Have you had a welcome to the NFL moment yet? Anybody trash talking on the field? Anybody trying to get a little dirty?
Yeah, linemen like to push and shove, but I think for the majority of it, they understand it's a business and you're out playing a game, and obviously it's aggressive between the whistles, but they haven't been too bad out there. And I wouldn't say I really had that one moment where I was like, oh God, it's big boys, but I mean, it's definitely faster, bigger, and pretty much just all around a step up.
When it probably helps too, when you're able to put up the numbers against them, they're not going to be willing to talk trash.
Yeah, I mean, you say, oh yeah, they're bigger and better this than college, but you are as well. You're getting better, obviously. So that's really the goal.
What player here has been instrumental to your development?
I mean, the whole defense has been great, but just having a guy like Corey and Brandon, vets in there of 16 years combined, which is a lot of years when I've been here for only 3-4 months. But yeah, they've been not so much technique wise because nose guard end, but recognizing offenses and just the way you need to go about your business. They've been instrumental to it.
How's that come along? Understanding formations, understanding personnel groupings. Are you processing that, or are you just seeing what's in front of you?
Yeah, I think that's kind of my next step. You know, my first step was just getting a good understanding of our defense, and now I definitely did it in college a bit, studying O-linemen. Obviously, everybody is, but it's really important now to study the offense, and it's something that I'm still working on, still getting better at. But yeah, first got down to mastering our defense. Now it's moving on to their offense.
Your dad and uncle, both former first-round draft picks. Any lasting advice they gave you?
I mean, they're just there always, my dad especially. He understands it's a different time, 30 years ago, social media, camera phones, all this and that. So he understands I'm going through a little different time than when he went through it. But saying that, he's anything I need, any question, because he obviously made plenty of mistakes. Everybody has. So he has that experience, and he's always going to make sure I'm not making the same mistakes he did.
Tennessee Titans coming to town. Exotic, smash mouth football, they call it. What's the key to stopping this run?
Yeah, well, they're doing a lot of shifts and motions we've seen on film today, so it's really important just to get that final picture and not freak out too much when they're moving around, and just wait until they're settled to really diagnose what they're going to do. And the most important thing is stopping the run. They've obviously had great success running the ball so far, so you stop the run, then you get to get after the passer.